Hey everybody. So I wanted to share with you as I finally got the blood work back, and it has officially been confirmed what one of my kiddos has been dealing with for the past 2.5, almost 3 years. So New Year's Eve, 2.5 years ago, one of my kiddos had a swollen knee and it went up into the thigh. And I kind of suspected that it was Lymes, but because of the holiday, I decided not to take him in, and I just decided to use some of my natural remedies back here. This is why we have essential oils, right? They're plant extracts that support the body. So we layered specific essential oils on his leg. I used red light and then just kind of watched what he was eating. Well, all the swelling went down and all seemed to be well. And then a month later, it swelled up again. But this was at the same time we were just finding out that we had found uranium, which is a heavy metal, in our well water. And so we were also starting a heavy metal detox at this time. And so our whole family went through it. And anyway, he never had another flare up of his knee in this last 2.5 years. Well, it just so happens at the beginning of the school year this year, his knee swelled up again. And so this time, I did the same thing. I started using my essential oils and layering it for the discomfort, for the inflammation, using castor oil because now doTERRA has their own castor oil. I love shopping from myself at a discount. Like, why wouldn't you? So essential oils, castor oil, red light, it would bring the swelling down. But I did notice as soon as he started eating too much sugar again, it would swell back up because sugar suppresses the immune system. When you eat too much sugar, your immune system can't keep up, nor can your detox pathways, and thus, wreaking havoc in the body. So I also at this time, because we started working with a new nurse practitioner in Wausau, I took him in, we had blood work done because I wanted to get it confirmed this time. Is this what he has? Does he have Lymes? And so sure enough, today the blood work came back. And so I thought I would just share with you quickly what we're doing from a nutritional standpoint on how, because clearly Lymes is going to be something he's probably going to have to deal with the rest of his life. It's just one of those things, kind of like one of my kiddos has to deal with psoriasis, one has to be gluten intolerant, or have sensitivities to dairy. Some of those things never go away and you just have to learn to live with them. And so this is my game plan to make life easier. Of course, a low sugar diet would always be well advised for anyone, not just him. But also because his inflammation markers were high and he was showing mild anemia, her suggestions were to boost iron, omega-3s, turmeric, and detoxing. And so these are the products that I'm going to use. And if you want to learn more about the classes that I'm teaching right now on detox, or how to, what are some of the benefits of some of these nutritional supplements that I'm talking about? Because one of the big reasons that I've stuck with doTERRA all this time is the human clinical trials and the research. I want to know that what I'm using is not only researched, but also has some proven test results that say it's doing what it's supposed to do. I'm not one that's just going to walk down the grocery store aisles and buy something anymore, because I want to know the facts, especially when there are companies out there willing to do the research and share the research with you. That's who I'm going to stick with. I'm not wasting my money on stuff anymore, especially when you're dealing with your health. So as far as nutrition and helping support his iron levels, rather than give him an iron supplement, doTERRA launched a product last year that is a drinkable, and it tastes like pineapple mango, vitamin, mineral, and greens. Comes in an individual serving packet. There's over 330 different foods in here, but the clinical data shows that it can reduce inflammation in most people by 43%. So looking at lowering his inflammation levels, this definitely has some clinical data to support it. And then also as far as, because this has methylated Bs and it also is more bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs more of it, some of the research showed that vitamin C, iron, I gotta look back at my notes as far as some of the other vitamins, but there was a huge increase in absorption, meaning their body absorbed more of it. And the blood results also showed it was still present in the blood 12 hours later. So that's crazy to me when it comes to a vitamin. So this is a no-brainer, and he'll drink it. It's not a big deal. Omega-3s. So doTERRA now has an omega-3 fish oil, and this has 10 different fish oils, or fish, so 10 different fish in this fish oil. It also has wild orange in it, which is going to help it from going rancid, but also there's a lot of heart and cardio benefits to the wild orange being in there, and there's some great videos if you want to see them. So this is going to be another staple, even based on the nurse practitioner. And then I'm also going to incorporate our pre-pro-post-biotic. So you all know probiotics. So I'm also going to incorporate this because this is going to help support the immune system and keep his gut microbiome in a good state. So we want that because that's how your body fights things off. Now, when it comes to inflammation, so if he has discomfort, I haven't gone to Tylenol or ibuprofen or any of them for years. We actually use doTERRA's dual capsule, like turmeric capsules. It's the essential oil and it's the powder, the herb, together in one capsule. So you get a more complete plant benefit. And so this works really great for discomfort. And then as far as detoxing goes, doTERRA just launched their new Revitazen, which has a blend of essential oils, also cumin and black seed, but then it also has some botanicals. So it's got artichoke heart, it's got milk thistle, which was actually co-crystallized, meaning it's 16 times more potent than traditional milk thistle. And then it's got some broccoli seed extract in there. So all of these are going to support the liver, the kidneys, the gallbladder, the colon, all of your detoxing organs, because you want to keep flushing the toxins out. And we're exposed to, some of the research shows, over 200 chemicals a day. Most people are exposed to. And so this is what I'm teaching in my detox classes. And so this is a daily staple from now on. It's inevitable. We're never going to live in a cleaner environment. It's only going to probably get worse unless they start banning a lot of these chemicals, which I just don't see happening. So this is just going to be where it's at. But then one more product I'm definitely going to incorporate is doTERRA just did a human clinical trial with 84 people. And if you want to see the video, it's really cool. But the copaiba was in half of that study group, and all of the markers, the A1C, the thyroid, general well-being, inflammation, all of these markers improved, had better performance, and the body responded better adding in this essential oil. And so I'm actually incorporating it in right now as well, because one of the things that I thought was so cool was how it actually lowered body fat percentage and increased muscle mass with no change in diet and no change in exercise. So taking those three first products that I talked about and then adding in the copaiba will help reduce the fat mass and increase muscle mass is a no-brainer for me. I'm like, I can totally do 2 drops at morning and night to get those kind of benefits. Not to mention mental clarity. All of the markers that they did in that study too were improved. So just goes to show that when you can detox the body and give the body good quality whole food nutrition, you can start to see some pretty amazing things happen. So I'm not at all worried about his recovery, as long as he's willing to stick to some type of a wellness routine that incorporates detoxing and supporting his nutritional levels. But I did find it so inspiring when she gave me the results today and what her nutritional suggestions were. It wasn't just push a pill and take this pill and it's all going to be better, because I think we're kind of all in that world now where we now know that's not necessarily the answer. It can definitely be helpful and maybe used in a wellness routine, but I don't think it's the sole answer anymore. So hopefully you guys found this video informational, and if you're interested in learning about detox or the products or the videos that I mentioned in this video, I'm happy to share. So have a great day.